The first trial of the Russian occupier since the beginning of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine has come to an end. He is found guilty of atrocities and war crimes. It took less than an hour for the 21-year-old Sergeant Vadim Shishimarin to be sentenced by the Solomyansky District Court of Kiev. Ultimately, the court ruled.
Vadim Shishimarin, born on October 17, 2000, found guilty of committing a criminal offense in accordance with Part 2 of Article 438 of the Criminal Code of Ukraine and sentenced to life imprisonment.
The sergeant of the Russian army was tried under the article violation of the laws and customs of war. 21-year-old Shishimarin pleaded guilty to the murder of the 62-year-old resident of the village of Chupahivka, Alexander Shelipov. The sergeant claimed that he was following the order of the ensign. The Kiev court did not believe Shishimarin's words that he had no intention of killing a local resident. The guilt of the Russian serviceman was fully confirmed during the trial. The widow of the shot pensioner and the prosecutor's office insisted on life imprisonment.
I believe that the punishment corresponds to the degree of Shishimarin's criminal offense. I also believe that the court correctly came to the conclusion that one of the aggravating circumstances in the participation of the accused Shishimarin in the armed aggression against Ukraine. I believe that the court appreciated the testimony of defendant Shishimarin and did not take into account repentance as sincere remorse.
The accused has the right to file an appeal, which the Ukrainian public defender plans to do within 30 days. The lawyer noted that he was not surprised that the court found Shishimarin guilty, although he is not satisfied with the measure of restraint.
Several key points that are very evidentiary in this case are left out. Cancel the judgment of the trial court. We will consider the issue of pardon when the verdict comes into force, and it will happen in 30 days. If I do not file an appeal.
Vadim Shishimarin is a tank commander of the military unit 32010 of the 4th Kantomirovskaya Tank Division of the Moscow region. After the Ukrainian military defeated their column, Shishimarin and 4 other servicemen stole a car and drove to the village of Chupahivka in the Sumy region. On the same day, February 28th, they saw an unarmed pensioner who was rolling a bicycle and talking on the phone. On the orders of the ensign, Shishimarin shot a 62-year-old man in the head with a Kalashnikov assault rifle several times. He died on the spot. On May 20th, at the trial, the accused stated that he repented of his deed. The aggressor state has already commented on the verdict of the Ukrainian court.
We do not have many opportunities to protect his interests on the ground, as foreign institutions actually have no activity. But this does not mean that we will not consider the possibility of making attempts through other channels. Of course, we are concerned about the fate of our citizen.
Another trial of the Russian occupiers is taking place in the Kotelevsky District Court of the Poltava region. Alexander Babikin and Alexander Ivanov are also accused of violating the laws and customs of war. According to investigators, on the first day of a full-scale invasion, they fired at the Kharkiv region, first from Russian and then from Ukrainian territory using Grad multiple rocket launchers. They have destroyed civilian infrastructure, residential buildings and a lyceum. Earlier, while in captivity, Babikin and Ivanov gave an interview to a Ukrainian blogger. According to them, they guessed that they were not going to the exercises but to the war with Ukraine, but their command denied it. Suspects pleaded guilty in court on May 19th. The court session will continue on May 26th. According to the Prosecutor General of Ukraine, Iryna Venediktova, there are about 13,000 cases of Russian war crimes being probed as of May 23rd. Suspicion was reported to 49 persons. In total, there are more than 600 suspects in the basic case against the Russian Federation. Reported by Marina Stepanenko, Julia Gvanovska, UATV News.